So the day has finally come. It is time to rehouse our Singapore blue tarantula. We're going to put him in that standard 15-gallon tank that you have to assemble yourself. That should give him plenty of room to grow into the tank. He's still on the small side. But remember, if he grows to full size, this 15-gallon tank is not going to be big enough because he's going to have the leg span of a frisbee or a dinner plate. As you have seen in every one of my rehousing videos, we set up the tank, we pre-populate it with crickets, we take the old habitat, place it in the larger new habitat, remove the lid, and then we let nature take its course. Normally my tarantulas have left their old habitats and entered their new ones within 2 to 5 days. Except that green bottle blue who is currently pushing 2 to 3 weeks right now. The funny thing about this tarantula is it's an arboreal species. He's supposed to be hanging up in the trees and higher locations in his habitat. Instead, he's been burrowing and he spends a lot of time hiding underground. Maybe it's just because he's small, and as he grows larger, he'll spend more time up hanging around in the trees. But so far, he has been much more a terrestrial tarantula than an arboreal one. The habitat he is currently in is his second habitat. When I got him originally, he was in a small sling habitat, and when I transferred him from that habitat to the one he's in now, I placed the smaller habitat in it, I removed the lid, and then I hoped for the best. And I saw no evidence that he had transferred. It was probably a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and then I noticed there was tunneling going on in that new habitat. So at night, he just kind of snuck out and did his thing. He might have done it the first night. It might have taken a week and a half. I don't know. But I can tell you this, for the first few months of his life, he has been a pet hole. Much like that cobalt blue tarantula we have, that I've only seen 3 times in the last 6 months, it was months before I ever had any evidence that this guy was still alive, and then after that, I'd probably see him every couple of days. But even if I didn't see him for several days at a time, I would find a molt. So he's coming out and he's molting. And then just one day, he started coming out of the hole and hanging out. He'll still retreat to his hole. So that has me really confused since he's an arboreal tarantula. You can see in this new habitat, in case he's turned his back on his arboreal ways and chooses to be a terrestrial tarantula, I gave him plenty of substrate to dig in, and I gave him plenty of places to hide. So maybe he's an opportunist and he won't dig, he'll just hide in the cave or hide under the bushes, because that can't be good for him to be spending all that time underground. So there you have it. That's the update on the Singapore blue, and now we just have to wait for him to exit his old habitat and enter his glorious new home. Leave your comments in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.